day, fellow YouTubers. Thank you for tuning in on this Friday evening. I'm just leaving my gym here in San Antonio, Texas. Now today, guys, I'm gonna vlog about what's going on YouTube. I'm just getting familiar with this. As you all know, I work in the medical field, so for 4 days I work 16 to 18-hour shifts. Got off last night. I'm having my next 3 days off, so I'll be uploading videos for the next 3 days. But as you all know, or maybe don't know, Powell from Family Cruising, which is a channel that I think has been up for more than 5 years. Is that gentleman actually, he does videos with his Hellcat. He has a beautiful Hellcat. And like everybody else, you know, when you buy a 707 horsepower car, you like to do burnouts, a little bit of racing here and there. But his channel is actually a lot more than racing. Actually, I actually really enjoyed watching his videos. But anyways, I just found out this morning that he was arrested 4 days ago along with another YouTuber. Now let me read his name. I don't want to get the name mixed up. Timothy Hagen were arrested for actually racing. Now, I'm not familiar with Mr. Timothy or his channel, but now Family Cruisin with Mr. Powell, like I said, I really enjoyed his videos. He's a family man. He's a father of 4. Beautiful home, beautiful family. I mean, my God, the guy's a church-going man. And what really has me is, as soon as I found out about this, I can't help but think that Mr. Paul, he actually had uploaded a video where his original Hellcat had some problems with the engine. So he took it back to the dealership, and actually the dealership swapped the engine of him, actually gave him a new engine, I guess, or a rebuild engine, whatever. But as soon as he left the dealership, he commented on something like smelling gas. Well, on his way home from the dealership, his car actually burned down to the ground. He actually filmed the video of it, and the actual video went viral. Like in a day, it had something like 600,000 or 700,000 views. It went viral like immediately. Of course, he went back to the dealership and told them what had happened, and the dealership did not want to take responsibility. The dealership went as far as to, when Paul actually picked up the car, when the swap had just happened on the engine, when he went back to pick it up, he actually asked the service advisor if he could shoot video of it. And they told him, sure, yes, go ahead. Now, after he went back to state that the car had burned down, the service advisor was saying that Paul had filmed him without his knowledge. And that is actually absolutely untrue. I saw that video, and you can see that service advisor actually boasting, laughing, like if the guy wanted to become a YouTube star himself. For them to say that Paul did not have his authority to film him, I mean, Paul he doesn't use a GoPro or hidden camera. He actually uses a DSLR. It's a huge camera. And you can see on the video the actual shadow of a huge camera. So how can the guy say that he was not aware that he was being filmed? So, and actually, Paul actually asked him if he can be filmed, and he said yes, and it's there on video. So he was caught lying. The dealership was caught lying from the get-go. So what really actually has me a little bit confused about this, once that video went viral, and 2 weeks later, YouTube ended up flagging Family Cruisin channel and they actually deleted that video and flagged his channel. Think about it. Of all these other YouTubers racing, everything that's going on, that, you know, about cars, for some reason, 2 weeks after he uploaded the video where he confronts the dealership and shows the car burning down to the ground, all of a sudden his video gets taken down and his channel gets flanked. I think maybe like a month after that, he ends up getting arrested along with that other gentleman. Now this is happening in, I think it's Plainfield, Illinois. I don't know what the laws are in Plainfield, Illinois, but this is where it's might end up changing the way YouTubers upload videos. Because if in Plainfield, Illinois, if they can go to every single YouTube channel and use that as evidence to go ahead and arrest you. Now, Powell, Mr. Paul from Family Cruisin, he has, I think, 29 counts of, you know, reckless driving, racing, whatever you want to call it, and 1 count of child endangerment because he did a burnout with his child with him. I think it was his little girl. In fact, I think I saw that video, if I remember correctly. And I just don't understand this. How many YouTubers don't do that with their children, girlfriends, wife, scaring their grandmother, scaring their mom? Should all they be next? You know, should Cletus McFarland's grandmother be arrested because she was flying down the highway in his white Corvette, Z06? Should they go after her tomorrow down there in Florida? I mean, you know, that's the only thing that makes me nervous. This could change everything on how we upload videos to YouTube. Now, I know my channel is fairly new, but I do have a little bit of experience. I did have another channel back in the past. So, and another thing that has me confused, nobody actually saw them racing. This is just a video off of YouTube, and before anybody, if he did race, I don't even know if he raced or not, before anybody takes their cars out for a burnout, a race, they always say shooting in Mexico. So if they're going to be convicted, or if they're going to be brought up on charges, how do they know what roads, what speeds? And doesn't a police officer actually have to catch you for those actual charges to be able to be brought up against you? I mean, come on, 29 counts of reckless driving, and supposedly they're going to come up. They're going to even charge him with more counts of reckless driving. I think somebody told me that they might be up to 30-something by now counts, or 40-something of reckless driving. The problem that I have is, if Illinois is letting this dealership to really flex their muscle and really hurt this gentleman, I mean, a good gentleman, I mean, I've seen basically all of his videos. He's just another YouTuber trying to supplement his income to take care of his family. Now, if Google, YouTube, and the state of Illinois is going to be able to do that to him, it's actually very scary, because I think it is just a dealership. When he uploaded that video about him, his Hellcat burning, and he actually says the name of the dealership, I remember he, on his next video, he actually read a letter where the dealership was asking him to, you know, take down the video, cease and desist, or we're gonna sue you. So to me, it's just the state of Illinois letting some rich guy that owns this dealership flex his muscle and totally and completely ruin an innocent man. I mean, what has this guy done that everybody else hasn't done? Burnouts, race their 707 horsepower car that they bought. I mean, if they're gonna take him to court, why don't? If they're gonna take him to court and press him with all these charges, shouldn't they just take Dodge for selling a 707 horsepower car that, believe me, everybody that buys it is going to race once and do a burnout at least once? Why else would you buy those cars? So why not bring Dodge also up on charges? I just don't understand what's going on, and why the state of Illinois is letting this big dealership flex their muscle and literally completely ruin. It's just unfair. I could not fathom myself in Paul's shoes. I mean, how do you go to bed at night knowing, oh, and because of everything that's going on, he actually ended up losing his job, because I think he was in jail for 4 or 5 days. He was not able to report to work, so he lost his job. So imagine, guys, he has 4 kids, a wife. How do you support them with no job now? his attorney made him take down his YouTube channel, so he can no longer shoot videos. I don't see how in the world I would be able to sleep after that. Could you imagine the pressure Paul is in? I'm gonna go ahead and link his GoFundMe account, and I think that we should all, every single YouTuber and, you know, car enthusiast, even if you don't have a YouTube channel that deals with cars, I don't care if yours is home cooking, homemaking, let's please throw our support for Mr. Paul Powell. I will link his GoFundMe at the end. Sorry about that. I will link his GoFundMe at the end of this video, and I donated money today. We all have bills. I'm a single dad. I do everything myself, so but I went ahead and donated whatever I can, and I promised myself next payday, which is 2 weeks from now, I'll get whatever I can, $20, $30, $10, whatever it is. We need to band together behind Paul and not let this big company, because that's really, guys, if the state of Illinois wins this case, just imagine what that's going to do to your YouTube. They are going to be able to censor everything you upload. People are complaining right now of the status of YouTube censoring. Now just imagine if the states can also go in there and use everything you have on your YouTube channel and come back after you. Why in the world would anybody want to upload a YouTube video now? So yes, guys, I hope that we can band together, send whatever you can, or even moral support. I sent a message to him to Mr. Paul, that I was going to go ahead and make this video. Hopefully he gets a chance to watch it. Please give it a thumbs up, a like to this video, and please subscribe to this brand new channel. I just created this brand new channel. Paul was a subscriber of my old channel, and well, now he doesn't even have a YouTube account, but hopefully he has a chance to see this video. I'm actually gonna send it to him. But let's please band together. Let's not let this corporate America bully YouTube creators. There's no way that in my heart I feel that they should be able to do that. Just imagine how many YouTubers are, if other states, or just in Illinois, how many racers are in Illinois. I mean, just imagine everybody that's raced a car in Illinois and uploaded a video. My God, should be shaking in their boots, because maybe you're next. Maybe the state of Texas down here decides to follow Illinois, and maybe I'm next. I think we need to band together and send a message. Paul Powell has had, I think it's a $400,000 bond. I think it was reduced to $150,000. As far as I know, he is already out. I sent him a message, but I haven't heard from him. But supposedly he's already out and at home with his family. But could you just imagine, he was left with no job and all the attorney fees he has coming up. That is one scary situation. I mean, I only have one child, and I'd be so scared. Now just imagine if you're taking care of 4 and you have 39, or but people were saying they're up to 40 now counts of reckless driving and 1 child endangerment. How much that's gonna cost? Okay, people don't know how to drive over here. Could you just imagine how scary that might feel? So yes, guys, let's go ahead and band together and support Mr. Paul Powell with family cruising.